Good evening. We present the news summary. Electricity tariffs for the fourth quarter of this year will increase by 19 cents. The Energy Commission made the announcement in a press release sent to the media today. The increase will take effect from mid-October until mid-January of next year. The Energy Commission also said that it continues to monitor the electricity sector and expects that there will be a reduction in electricity prices from January 2025. The Commission went on to say that the next review of electricity tariffs based on fuel prices will be announced in early January 2025. Vice President Ahmed Afif has rejected suggestion that the government, together with the CCCL, have agreed to set up a joint fund to assist victims of the 7th December 2023 explosion at Providence. While answering a PNQ from the leader of the opposition in the National Assembly, Sébastien Pillet, on whether CCCL is responsible for the blast, Mr. Afif said an investigation is still on the way and it will be up to the Attorney General's office to determine if there is a case to answer. Mr. Afif also said there is only one disaster fund which has been set up to assist victims of the explosion and that most of the 48 million rupees in the fund have been used. The Minister for Transport, Anthony Dejac, says Seychelles is already providing support to patients who seek treatment abroad. Minister Dejac made the statement while answering a question from the Ansoyal MNA, Sylvain Lemiel, in the National Assembly this morning. MNA Lemiel specifically wanted to know if Seychelles would consider offering a special prize for patients, especially cancer patients who are forced to extend their stay abroad to continue treatment. She said that frequently the patients have to pay huge amount just to amend their plane tickets. Minister Dejac said such requests for special package are often considered on a case-by-case basis. As part of the campaign on cancer awareness during the month of October, a member of the Women's Caucus in the National Assembly made a short speech on the issue during this morning's session. The USMNA, Rachel Spiro, expressed the Assembly's support for all women in Seychelles and across the world who have been affected by breast cancer. She said they should be made aware that they are not alone while they seek cure for their illness. The French ambassador and representatives of Soroptimist Club and Cancer Concern Association were in the gallery to follow the proceedings during that short presentation. The Agriculture Department has opened a new market at Ansboilo for farmers to sell their produce. The opening of the market is one of the activities organized to commemorate World Food Day, which is celebrated on Wednesday the 16th. This year's theme is the right to get access to food for a better future. The Minister for Agriculture, Flavien Joubert, together with an Ansboilo secondary students, cut a ribbon to officially open the market, which cost 800,000 rupees to be constructed. The market will be used by a maximum of 9 farmers to sell their produce in a hygienic place. Another activity organized to commemorate World Food Day was the opening of a requisite store at Grand-Anse Mahé. Farmers will be able to purchase seeds, fertilizers, equipment, and other essentials for their day-to-day work. The store will be operational on Monday, the 21st of October. The Chief Extension Officer, Sandra Sinon, said the store will benefit both the farmers and the community of Grand-Anse Mahé.
We have stores in different places on Mahé. We have one at Val d'Or, at Ansboilo, at Unionville, and on Praslin. And we used to have one here at Grand-Anse previously, but it was closed down. But now we see that there's the need for the farming community. So the store itself, it will benefit farmers in the West region, especially Port-Glo, Grand-Anse, and La Misère. The benefit of such a store is to ensure that we have inputs closest to the farmer so that they don't have to go far to get inputs. For now, the farmers from Poglo has to go to Oswalo or Valdodor or Unionville to get inputs, but now it's closer to them. It makes it less expensive because you don't have the transportation cost as much as if you are going to town, and then it will cut overall the cost of production. So our message is to ask the farmers, the community from West Region, to make good use of the store. If they give us inputs of what they want and how much they want, it will help us to serve them better. So we need the cooperation of the farmers and the farming community. And one thing is about the pesticides. Even if we are selling pesticide, we don't want people to use pesticide that much. So we're encouraging other alternative methods. That's why we're talking about alternatives on the stores, so that you can use plastic mulch that we have just introduced to manage the pest level, because we can break the cycle of the pests. As we break the cycle, then you don't have to use pesticide. We are introducing sticky traps also with the aim of reducing the amount of pesticide being used on the farm.
CIFCO is conducting a 2-day training of trainer workshop with multiple work organizations such as Red Cross, multiple churches and other NGOs at Wash Kaima to discuss ways to deal with conflicts in a more peaceful way. CIFCO is advocating that workplaces and the society in general should be one that cultivates a culture of peace. The chairperson of CIFCO, Father Danny Elizabeth, says CIFCO believes in building bridges between different parties.
We will have various speakers. They'll be speaking from a perspective of peace building. So all these will bring together a good understanding of what CIFCO is advocating in terms of peace. Why do we do this workshop? Because we understand that in various workplaces where people meet, where people congregate, there are bound to be conflicts. And so we want to equip those who have gathered here today to come up with techniques of conflict resolution, of peace building, work ethics that are productive in workplaces, so that we have a peaceful work environment wherever we are.
You said you started from July, CIFCO started from July. How is the process from July till now?
We are encouraged. We are encouraged, greatly encouraged, but we think that more ministries, more departments should have responded positively to our invitation. This would have been more encouraging. But we are hopeful, and we look forward for the continuation of this project. It does not end here. It is just a beginning, but we are hopeful that with the spirit of peace, we will achieve our mandate in the end.
And the High Commissioner of Ghana and the Ambassador of Ireland and the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands presented their credentials to President Ramkalawan today.
The two ambassadors and one high commissioner went to State House this morning to present their documents to President Wever Ramkalawan. During their visit with the president, they discussed on the more pertinent issues, which is the climate change, education, and financial flows arising, and also to focus on what ways to improve their relationship with more cooperation in these areas. The High Commissioner of Ghana for Seychelles stated that the aim of this visit is to strengthen the relationship between Ghana and Seychelles.
So we discussed that and how we're going to utilize that to further strengthen the already cordial relations between our two countries. Ghana and Seychelles, we have quite a lot of similarities. Yes, so we are looking at fisheries, collaboration in health, education, trade, just for the mutual benefits of our people. And especially when it comes to the youth, we are looking at exchange programs so we can benefit from both countries, can benefit from each other, because we do have a lot to learn from each other.
As for the Ambassador of Ireland, Nicola Bienenbrugger, she says that Ireland and Seychelles has a strong bilateral relationship, and they discussed on the issues which both countries are facing difficulties with, and that is the climate change.
Ireland and the Seychelles, we have worked together. I'm in a lot of multilateral fora at the UN, at the African Union, and indeed Ireland is a proud member of the European Union, and we also do a lot on climate action in all of those fora. I commended the President on his leadership on small island developing states, on climate action, for his voice, his advocacy. We also talked about education and the role that Ireland has played in the Seychelles around education. The real priority for the Seychelles is around addressing the issues for small island states and on climate action in particular.
Last but not least, the ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands stated that Seychelles and Netherlands has so many things in common, and after his visit to the president, he also visited the Vice President Ahmed Afif for a brief discussion.
One of them is, of course, maritime security. The Netherlands, as part of the European Union, is a big supporter of Operation Atalanta in order to combat piracy and drug smuggling in this part of the world. We've always been very, very active in that.
The two ambassadors and the High Commissioner say the official visit with the President has been a remarkable one for them.
And this was the news summary. More news at 8 p.m.